Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Day here. Today is the fourth lecture of Genex Mentorship 2026 and we'll be discussing or talking about classifications of validation fair value gaps and the conditions to use both the bullish validation fair value gaps and also the bearish validation fair value gaps. What I mean is that when do you use the bullish validation fair value gaps and when do you use the bearish validation fair value gaps and how to use them? All right, so we'll be talking about it. All right, as you can see on my chart, we have two diagrams here. All right, where market went higher, created a low, rated that, or maybe didn't rate it, something like this. All right, and we are looking for price to get up here. All right, let's move it to the side for a minute. So this is our drawn liquidity, right? Now in this scenario, what kind of fair value gaps are we going to use? We're going to use bullish validation fair value gaps. So first of all, we need to figure out where are the bullish fair value gaps are, all right, that we invalidated. Suppose we have a bullish fair value gap right here, ABC, that we invalidated with this move to the downside and then we validated it again. All right, but let's say we have some more here and one more here. So we have invalidated this gap, and this gap. All right, then when this move happened, we kind of validated this first gap, then we validated this one, then this one. So you want to be using these bullish gaps from the past, not something within this down range. So if you're looking for higher price or you want to see market push higher, you want to be using the bullish fair value gaps, not the bearish fair value gaps as your validation fair value gaps. Because what I mean by that, so if the market is really bullish, what happens within a bullish fair value gap? Buyers build position in these gaps. There are sell side orders inefficiency or whatever, or there are buy side imbalance and sell side inefficiency. So whenever prices invalidating it and later pushing through those levels, that means buyer has validated that level again when seller tried to invalidate those levels, and once it gets validated, those levels act as as a support for price to push towards the drawn liquidity. So we have three of these validation fair value gaps where you will see that after the validation happens with this price range, right here, there is the validation with this bullish price leg, and then when price retrace back into these levels, you want to see price respecting these levels or closing above the midpoint of this gap, and then you can look for your setup within this range, maybe at around certain time toward your drawn liquidity. Now same goes for a bearish scenario. All right, so for a bearish scenario, suppose the market's been going down and then we created something like this or maybe this. All right, and now you want to see price go down here. So what do you want to see, or what do you need to look for? You need to look for sell side imbalance. All right, suppose we have one here, all right, a CB right here. Right there we invalidated that. All right, then we validated with this move, right? As soon as the candle closes below the low of that gap, that's the validation. And then when price retraces back into it, you want to see price respect it. And then which one can you use one more time? You can use another one from that price range, right, that got validated right here, invalidation here, then the validation here, and then when price comes or close below the low of that gap, you can expect to see something like this. All right, if there's more, you can also expect to see this as well, and you can also use something from here as well. Well, let me take it off, take this off. You can also use something from this price range. As soon as it got invalidated, then validated, and now you already know what invalidation and validation means. All right, invalidation, validation, whenever you see that's happening, you can use those one as well, right? Something like this. So there's the diagram. I hope you got a brief understanding about the conditions to use the bullish fair value gaps, bullish validation fair value gaps, and the bearish validation fair value gaps. Now we'll be jumping straight into the chart, and I'll be showing you guys some example of that scenario. All right, for this example, let me grab all right, let's look at here. All right, so we have a buy side right here. All right, then we have all right, we have this buy side, or maybe this one. All right, for this instance, let's say that we want to see price get up there. All right, so what do you want to see, or what do you have to put on your chart? You want to have those bullish fair value gaps that got invalidated, then validated later on. So I can see one here. All right, there's the one, invalidation with this move, validation again, then when price close above it and when approaches toward it, you can see how it respected. Then can you recognize this pattern the way I showed? High, low, lower high, sell side leg. All right, then pushes higher. So you can also use something from this price range as long as those got invalidated and validated later on. So I see one gap here, that's a bullish gap right there, invalidation. Here's the validation. Look how we shoot it through it. All right, and then if we look for some more within this range, we can see I have this small gap right here. As you can see how price reacts or take support off of these levels. Then the final one we have on right here. All right, now if I drop down to a 5-minute time frame, we can see more of it, or more fair value gap, validation fair value gap. Now there could be another scenario here. All right, well, what do I mean by that? So I have a high, I have multiple lows. All right, something like this, and then we expect price to push towards this high as well. All right, let me take off these ones. So what do you do in this kind of situation? You do the same thing. You look for the bullish price range or price leg or dealing range, and you pull them to the right. All right, those bullish gaps that got invalidated, only the bullish ones. So as you can see, there are multiple ones here. All right, let me take up this one, and then we have another one finally here as well. Then do you see more? Yeah, of course we see more fair value gaps, and I think that's it. Suppose you don't see anything here. You want to be looking at this bullish range. All right, only the bullish range, not the bearish range. So this bullish range, we have this gap. So as you can see how price reacted to these levels. All right, and every time we validate these gaps, after invalidation, we retrace back into these levels and take support off of it if you're on the right side or market is seeking buy side liquidity at those certain time. All right, and price will always respect those levels. And as you can see, this is how price is respecting. And one thing I want to tell you is that whenever you're in a long trade, only look for bullish validation fair value gaps to see how price reacting to all these levels. If you see that price is struggling to push through any of these levels, then those are the certain time that you need to take some profits or partials from off of your trade. All right, and that's what I usually do. So let's go back to this one. So on the 5-minute time frame, I see this bullish gap, invalidation, validation right there. Right there is the validation, retracement back into it, and we traded up toward this gap. Now even after that, we could see we had another bullish gap here, and look how precisely price traded down into it and went higher. All right, now you can also use this gap. Right, as you can see, validation with this candle close, and price retraced back into it and went higher. You can also use this gap right here. So as I told you, you want to be only using the bullish gaps that got validated when you're in a bullish setup, and you want to be using the bearish validation fair value gaps when you're in a bearish setup. All right, so I hope you get clear understanding of what I mean by that. All right, so let me give you guys an example for a bearish scenario. All right, so let me look for one. Let me look for one, boss. So let's look at this. All right, and for this we'll be doing something like this, maybe from here. All right, so as you can see here, suppose we want to see price trade toward our gravitate towards this low. All right, so that means we're bearish. We're looking for lower prices. Now what can you use in this kind of scenario? Whatever you use, you can always look to the left. If price is trading at around some levels, you can look for all this bearish price range to find your bearish validation fair value gap, something like this. This could be one, and as you can see already, there's the validation press retrace up into it. Now you can also refine this thing by looking for something within this range. Now do you see anything within that range? I see a small one right there. All right, for the sake of this discussion, let's make it, oh, it's not visible enough, so let's do something else. So I see one of this gap here as well, bearish gap, and let's make it gray. So we are within that bigger bearish validation fair value gap, right? We cleared out sell side, probably we have some confirmation, and as soon as we close below it, we also see another gap within this down dealing range. All right, sell side range, or sell side of the curve. Then if we look to the left, within here there's nothing on the 1 hour time frame, but here we also have this sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency, which also got validated right here with the close. And then later, if you play it, you could see, all right, where did it go? How quickly it moved to the downside. Now for this, I want to drop down to a 50-minute time frame to give you a more let's you know what, let's do on the 5-minute time frame. So we are looking for this low and price trade up. Let me make it 3. All right, press trade up. Now within this range, you can also see we have invalidated this bearish gap, right? Like I use this kind of thing for only for when looking for setup or entering the trade, right? So I see this gap, and let's see when price closes below it. Right there is the close. All right, and at around that time you can also look for some more confirmation, something like this, or maybe wait for another confirmation. So we have another sell side imbalance, or maybe a validation fair value gap that we did validate it here, then we invalidated it right there as well. So you can also double check it and wait for another validation. So right there is the validation, another validation. Now you can expect from this point on that price to trade down toward this level. Let's see what happened. So there's another validation right there, and you could clearly see price did trade it down right there. Right there is the sell side being taken out. All right, now if you look here, where did price retrace back into? All right, so look at this. We see another sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency that got validated right here, and we have a buy side just there. So price traded up into it, and at around these times you use correlation for your setup. All right, maybe on the lower time frame there probably going to be some sort of correlation here. All right, even here we see a swing high here, but there's no swing high right here. So you can expect price to retrace into these levels whenever you see a buy side. I already explained in the previous lecture, so you have to watch the previous video, the liquidity video. Go through it, you'll have a proper better understanding of it. But if I show you all this candle close and open, how they close and open within this validation fair value gaps, right? As you can see, now I can use from here or I can use from here, but when I'm using something from here, I won't be looking at this range. I'll be looking here. I'll be looking at this sell side of the curve, because that's where the sellers actually engage. Let's say I'm looking at this gap. If I go to the right there, you could see how price reacts to these levels. Now, even for here, you can also use something from here as well. If there's any sell side, down range, something like some dealing range to the downside within this price range, you can use it. But if there's none, it's more better for you to use something from here. Any fair value gap that got invalidated, and when price starts to trade toward the sell side, you can use them. All right. Now I see 2, 3, and there goes the number 4. Now let's have a look how price reacted. See how this stopped exactly at there. We use this gap, but we also using that one from the past. So it doesn't matter which one you're using. It matters. What matters is that are you picking the right one? Are you picking the bearish fair value gap from the sell side of the curve, and are you picking the bullish fair value gap from the buy side of the curve? So I hope this is enough information for you guys for this lecture, because if I start giving you guys all of it within one lecture, it will be too much for you to digest, and I don't want to do it, to be very honest, y'all, right? So moral of the lecture, I would say, is whenever in a long setup, you're in a bullish setup, use the bullish validation fair value gaps to see if price supporting your idea, and if you're in a bearish setup or a sell short, use the bearish validation fair value gap to see if the price is supporting the idea of looking for lower prices, or it is, because that's going to give you more confidence to stick hold on to your trade. Because if you see prices respecting all those bearish validation fair value gaps when you're in a short, you can be sure that, all right, we are probably going toward that sell side, and you will be more confident about the setup. So that's why I use, or that's how I use validation fair value gaps from my setup. And I hope this video helped you a lot. And yeah, if it did, sub up. I'll discuss more about this in the next lecture. About what's the next lecture about, bro? I think, yeah, we'll be discussing about the failure swing and validation fair value gaps in the next lecture. So you'll know more about it. And as soon as I finish all the lecture for the validation fair value gap setup, the 2026 mentorship, you will have a better understanding of this whole lecture. And if you're not understanding anything, watch it a couple more times, bro, because you're not gonna understand all of it just by watching 1 or 2 times, right? Even here, when I explained to you guys the bias, I told you all this bullish fair value gaps, I'm gonna be looking at this. I'm not gonna be looking at anything here. All right. So I hope this helps you. If it does, give a thumbs up, sub up. Let's say 1,000 subscribers. Also, make sure to check out Lucid. Link is in the description, and go follow me on X. I do post values out there as well, and I'll catch you in the next lecture. Till then, be safe and study this lecture multiple times and take notes. All right, be safe, chat. I'll catch you later. Peace out.